Oh, chimpanzee that!
Right, you'll like this one. What I've found is found out like a lot of monkeys' names. Like that's how I found out about Oliver.
Yeah.
What do you mean you found out a lot of monkeys' names?
Well, there's a lot of monkeys out there, and you think they're just called Monkey and what have you, but they're all given names, right? So this one that I found about, bit of a weird name anyway. It's actually called Crap. Its name, right? And
so they're not born with those names. It's not like their parents give them those names. You know, they're just chimps. Yeah.
Well, this one, right? And
it's called Crap.
Yeah, I know. Right, but do you know what it's famous for?
What crap?
Yeah.
No.
Go on.
Is it involved with this show?
It the first monkey to have its name tattooed on its head.
Yeah, again, I will say not by choice. There is no way that a chimp would go down to Camden Lock and go, are you a registered tattooist? I am, yes. Yeah, it's the cleanest, yeah. Go, okay,
Can I have a look through your book?
Can I have a look through your book? I'm looking for something quite gothic, but, I'd like, you know, what's your name? Crap. Oh, I'm not sure I can do that because you're not drunk, are you? I have another drink. I have another drink. I've had some Mbongo, and that's all. But no. What are you talking about? The first monkey to have its name tattooed on its head. What are you talking about,
There's
Carl?
got to be more information. Don't tell me you're leaving it there. There's got to be more information.
That was it, and then I read it thinking, well, that's weird, because that means there's loads of monkeys with tattoos on their head, if that's the first one.
No, it could be still the only one.
The first and only.
Yeah, but would they report that?
What do you mean, would they report it? This isn't the Washington Post you're reading. This is mentalists who do websites about themselves every day.
What? There's got to be a third
Why is
act
that
to
news?
that story.
Why is that news? How did you come across that?
Well, you
First nut monkey with tattoo head, I mean, what are you talking about?
But why did it have its name tattooed on its head?
No, it didn't say that. I mean, yeah, I know, it's mad. But he didn't say why.
Was that enough for you, though? Did you feel satisfied having read that? Did you not have other
I mean,
questions?
there's no way that is in the Guinness Book of Records. There's no way that is cited in the Guinness Book of Records.
I just read it as like, what a weird name for a monkey. And then, ooh, you won't have that on your head.
What would be a good name for a monkey?
I don't know, anything but that, really.
Yeah.
Dave.
Ted. But, what do you think of that, then?
Well, I don't know what to think about it, because I don't know what you're telling me. I don't know that that's news, I don't know that it's true. I mean, I don't know where to start with that. Oh, chimpanzee that!
Right, I don't know how recent this was,
Oh, God. 17th century?
but it happened in Hackney, right? If you're outside London, that's in a place in London. And it's this monkey that's going about Hackney, nicking DVDs.
Even the monkey didn't go for videos. Even the monkey knew, well, there's no point in getting on VHS.
The Roger on VHS.
You're having a... Throw it back.
Right, and there's a girl called Lisa who works in our office here, right, and I mentioned it to her because she lives in Hackney. I said, you familiar with this? And she said, oh, I remember something about it, which annoyed me. The fact that a monkey's running riot, but she didn't know the full story, and she lives there.
What do you mean a monkey? Do you mean a chimpanzee? Or a monkey?
I don't know, is there a zoo in Hackney? Is there a zoo there? I don't know what sort it was, but it was like...
Is there a zoo in Hackney?
I don't know, that's what I was asking.
So, right, get on with the story.
So anyway, yeah, it's been robbing stuff, and the other bit that really puzzled me, right, is the fact that...
And you're not easily puzzled by monkey news?
They took fingerprints. What do you think about
that? Well, they took fingerprints, presumably because they didn't know it was a monkey to start with.
No, they did. They saw it, nicking stuff, and they said, get fingerprints.
What?
So that means there's more than just one doing it.
I'm gonna have a heart attack.
He had to fax them to Interpol.
Yeah. We know that is, yeah. It's Brian the monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry, I don't understand. He was stealing DVDs, specifically DVDs.
DVDs, I think it said watches and stuff.
What, breaking into homes?
Yeah, in Hackney. Maybe.
Are you sure it wasn't a kid with a mask on?
No, seriously.
How is he breaking into homes?
They're good,
Up
aren't
the
they?
drain pipe. They're good, aren't they? They're good, aren't they?
But how would they do
So
that?
is that the news?
Well, how much do you want
Is that monkey news?
for this week?
Well, I don't know that it's true. Again, I've got nothing to...
There was other stuff. There was another story that I found about a monkey, but I would like to know from someone if in Hackney if... Do you know what I mean? And I missed that one on Crime Watch, which would have been good. Right? But there was another story about one that kept getting on buses, not paying its fare,
Not it's fair.
and just sat in a corner reading the paper.
Reading the paper, Carl. You're an idiot.
But that wasn't in London.
You're an idiot.
That was in America.
It wouldn't read the
somewhere.
paper. Why would it read the paper?
Because it was its way of sort of going, oh, well, if I'm reading something, maybe the inspector...
The inspector won't notice my hairy hands.
Oh, Carl, you're such a fool!
Well...
Pillockton. Carl
Carl, we've
Pillockton.
just had a news flash that an infinite number of monkeys in Hackney and an infinite number of typewriters.
Yeah.
We don't
No.
know what for. At this stage, we've got no more information.
And they've taken back an infinite amount of graduate on video. So this is rubbish. Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news night.
Excellent. Good. So we'll sort of get some monkey experts on maybe next week to dissect it.
Right. You ready?
Yeah.
Right. There's this monkey. Right?
Oh, yeah.
It's called Jack. Right. I got pally with this bloke who worked in a railway station.
How? Pen pals?
I don't know. I didn't say all that. I'm
Internet,
just
probably.
telling
Internet.
you. I'm
Chat
shortening it.
rooms on the internet.
So, anyway, he's helping him out all the time. It's this fella's job, right, to sort of make sure it's safe for the trains to come in, that sort of thing, right? But he's always working on his own, so he's got his mate Jack in with him, right, this little monkey.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're having a good time. They share lunch together and stuff like that. Anyway, it gets to a point when the fella whose job it is, right, starts getting old, and Jack, the monkey, starts getting more involved.
Presumably this is a chimpanzee as opposed to a monkey, you mean? When
I
you say
think it's,
monkey, it's generic term, you mean chimps usually, don't you?
Yeah.
Go on then.
So, you know, he's clocking the fella doing his job, and he's thinking, I can do this, right, the monkey.
I love it.
Yeah.
He's helping out, he's pulling down the levers and stuff,
Yeah.
so the train's sort of coming on the right lines.
Sure, yeah.
He's clocking it, he sticks his head out the little window, see the train's coming and that,
I hope British Rand are listening.
Yeah.
right? In the end,
Oh, yeah.
the fella whose job it is, he lost a leg for some reason, couldn't work anymore,
Lovely.
gave Jack the job.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
The railway company are happy with that. I'm sure they interviewed a number of people, but he was the best monkey for the job.
And that's good, isn't it?
Well, it's not true.
Right, once again.
Well, it's not true. Don't hand Steve a piece of paper that someone put on the internet who is probably a bigger mentalist than you. That's not proof. It's not true. At no point did a railway company give a chimpanzee the job of signalman.
It was ages ago.
What?
Steve, when was it? It was
Before-
like
before
18,
trains,
19,
probably.
Well, it's in the 1880s.
Yeah.
According to this piece of paper, which is what you've based your monkey news on. Now, of course, I think ITN and a lot of the news channels, they tend to get lots of independent confirmation of their news before they give it out as fact. But you've got an email from someone, so let's assume that's real. It says, for this, Jack was officially put on the railway payroll, earning 2 cents per day and have half a bottle of beer on Saturday. That's what we pay you, isn't it?
He doesn't even get the beer. Oh, dear, he's not allowed to drink, are you?
Someone emailed in actually and said, Carl, some years ago, did you die? And they took your face and transplanted it onto that of a chimpanzee. It would make a lot of sense.
I've never seen you. You've never. He always has t-shirts right done up and long sleeve. I bet he's hairy under there.
Yeah.
I bet you are hairy because you have to shave right up to your eyes. You're one of them, aren't you? And I can see the growth, and it comes out the top there. Are you really hairy underneath?
Pretty hairy.
Are you really?
Well, what's up with that?
You're a humanzee, aren't you? That's why you're fascinated with them, and why your IQ is sort of about 80. I think you might be. Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news. Carl Pilkington.
Brilliant. Nice to have. I haven't read that for a couple of weeks.
Go on then.
Alright, so, is that this little monkey?
Oh, yeah.
Who lives in Morocco.
Right, I'll just warn you now, you're on thin ice from last time, okay? So, make sure, is this real?
It's been
Don't say anything
emailing.
stupid. Think about it. As you're saying it, think to yourself, oh, is that true? Do monkeys do that? Do they think like that? So, go on then.
So anyway, yeah. So there's this magician in Morocco, right? He's got a little monkey working with him, right? The way it used to work, magician used to do his thing on stage, do a little bit of magic. People loved it. Then the monkey came out, had a little cap, walked around the crowd and stuff, got the money, had a good little team thing going on, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, the monkey's name was 86.
Right.
Because back then there was so many monkeys, it was like, oh, what names? Do you know what I mean? What names do
not
you
enough
use? What do you do?
names,
So
yeah.
they just
Like,
named them,
yeah.
right? So this little monkey.
What, he had 86 other monkeys? What?
No. It's just that because a lot of monkeys were sort of working back then, helping magicians out, you know, doing bits and pieces, busking, what have you. Just
Well,
gave it a
Rick,
name.
you know how there's so
Well, why
many...
would there be a confusion with that? If he only had one monkey, where's the confusion? People would go, oh, I'm not going to go and see that. I want to see 86. He's the better monkey. Do you know what I mean? What does it matter?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, why do they need... where was the confusion? With people going to the circus and going, what monkey are you going to go see tonight? I don't know. It wasn't a billing, was it, with a monkey?
But Rick, it's just the same with humans. You know, there's so many humans now that we can't give them names anymore.
yeah,
They all have to
exactly.
have numbers.
Exactly, yeah. There's so many humans, you know, with 5 billion people. We can't give them names. It's
Yeah.
impossible. But, you know, with a few monkeys
Anyway, number
working...
122, go on.
So anyway, there he is,
86.
86,
With his hat.
with his hat, walking around getting the money.
Yeah.
Anyway, the magician sort of, you know, thinking about moving on. Because in Morocco, he'd sort of done all the tourist traps.
Sure.
So he had a word with the monkey, said, how about we,
See?
No, let him continue.
Think.
Let him
He
continue.
didn't have a word with the monkey.
Let him continue.
so what do you think about going over to Spain?
Yes. Sure. So, the monkey was in agreement?
So he said, go on then. Right, so they get in the car, and, like, the magician knew he'd have a bit of a problem on his hands, because you're not meant to take monkeys out of the country.
Yeah.
Right? So he thought, right, what I'll do, I'll get a car, right?
Right.
Stick the monkey in a boot, right? Get on the boat and hopefully sort of, you know, stick it in some luggage and what have you.
Yeah.
We'll be over there, we'll be earning big money, everything's going to be great. So the monkey was like, brilliant. So they get in the car, they're on the way to the boat, and pull over at a petrol station. And just before filling it up, he opens up the boot and he goes, "You all right in there?" And it's like, yeah, it's sound. So
course he does.
he leaves the boot open so it can breathe and get a bit of fresh air whilst he's filling up. Goes in to pay the money.
Yeah.
Pays the money. Goes, I'm just paying for the.
Right, this monkey is not going to drive away in that car, or we're never doing this feature again.
Carl, what happens? What's number 86 up to?
So 86. So
That's the ending, isn't it? That's the story.
Come on, let Carl
Right, it
finish the
better
story.
not be. It better not be.
brilliant. You're gonna love it. Right, so he's in the petrol station, and he's going, right, I'll pay for pump 4. And the fella says, what are you talking about?
Pump 4, isn't that a monkey? No. Sometimes I use numbers for monkeys, sometimes I use... No, I mean pump 4.
Sure.
So
Yeah,
he
go
says,
on.
what are you talking about? There's no car at pump 4.
Right.
Keep going.
You
Sticks his head out of the door.
Yeah.
The monkey's giving it some. Went over to Spain on its own.
Steve, I don't know what to do.
Well, hang on, let's just get a couple of the facts right here.
What do you mean, couple of the facts, right? There are no facts.
So,
It
number
didn't-
86.
it
Number
number
86
86 is a mon-
he drove to Spain.
You are... honestly, Carl, you must know.
It was an automatic.
Right.
How
Carl,
did he- how
you
did
must
he-
know that